Hello, it's Prince Easy, and as per usual, let's get to it. Well, I found the line. Yeah. Now I'm actually interested to see and to hear what y'all think this sign is. Right? Me personally, I'm not the one for signs, honestly. But I'm actually interested to hear about this. Right? So, I'm a little bit late to the party, but there is apparently a clip spreading around showing the president of Russia make some very strong statements. Like I said, I'm a little bit late to the party, like way late to the party. That's how focused I am on these things, yet I'm not. But we shall talk about it. Right? We shall talk about it. And of course, we have been hearing like, I don't know, this complaints when it comes to using social platforms, those popular ones like TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, where you can post multimedia especially. Now, all of these agendas like the ad practices, I see this is ruining like apparently like everything, the algorithm for ads, which randomly or after a certain selection places an ad, a random ad between videos, and all of the complaints that have come with that. And of course we have censorship, blacklisting, buyouts. If they can't do either of those, then they buy you out in order to destroy. Now we hear about Google and cookies. We hear also about data brokers. We hear about complaints about ad blocks and such. Well, what is the fuss about? Well, I think it's a form of consolidation of power. It's a form of consolidation of power, and of course, at the tip of the spear is Apollo himself. And all of the things that have been happened to him are actually part of this operation. For instance, him being kicked out of Twitter. That was not a random event like what people would like to think. So they're consolidating power, and the only way is if you align with the agenda, then you will benefit, and if you are not, then basically destroying this mentality that people had, where like people thought that it represented freedom, per se, freedom. It gave everybody a voice. Now it's not. The game has changed, and it has for a while. We have situations where people pay for views, and people have not woken up to the fact that the game is actually rigged, and it is done by all. all these companies, all of them, they do it. You can literally buy popularity, you know. So it's not what people think, and in order to buy popularity, then some have to actually be fans. Some have to be silenced in order for you to rise to the top, for you to act like cream of the cream, right? But it is just a game, okay? And people have to realize that it's just a game. Do not take it so serious, okay? And if your livelihood depends on it, then you have a bigger problem in your hand, because it's obvious that the game is like rigged, right? So yeah, it's just a consolidation of power by causing chaos and division, right? So think about it. I saw this passing around. eh? What do they know that we don't? eh? And this whole situation, right? Mm? Before we get to that, so this ordeal here is further escalation, you know, further escalation. But either side are not saying the truth. That's all I can say. Both sides are not telling you the full picture of exactly how events unfolded, right? Because I've seen what you can say, I don't know, evidence to suggest otherwise. Yeah. But that's none of our business. Neither is this. But all I can say is that this is the confusion. This is the confusion, yeah. Now about this video, really. Well, some people have come out and attacked the video by analysis, right? By analysis, what is it authentic? Well, I don't think it is. What I think it's probably one of those deep fake videos, right? And what compounds this argument for me, really, from my video knowledge, video production knowledge, there are certain issues when it comes to what we call B-roll, right? Or in simpler terms is pieces of video that are put on top of the interview or dialogue in order to, I don't know, enhance the story or experience, right? So that's what we call B-roll. So A-roll is the interview, either it being sit down or whatever, but B-roll are the pictures that are inserted during the dialogue interview or what, etc, right? So the B-roll is like really old, and that's telling that there is obvious manipulation over there. Now I don't know who is responsible. You know, you can say it's Russia, you can say it's it's Babylon, Babylon East or Babylon West. You can't even say which is which, because neither can you can say confidently that they benefited from that whole ordeal, really. So that should be telling to people that it is, there's a third party at play in the world stage that people are not actually paying attention to. They're just caught up in flag wars, you know. Because, like, think about it, you know. Think about it. Come on, think about it. Don't be lazy, okay? You have seen the video. Go look at it again, and you see that it's just spliced videos. And of course, why would the West do it? Why? Because it, in one way or the other, incriminates them, right? So there will be no direct reason for them to like do it at this time, unless it's some sort of, I don't know, detonating the enemy's ammunition type of thing. And of course, in the surface, it might seem like, yo, yeah, of course, maybe it's a political card, maybe it's a psyop to cause a race war in the U.S. Babylon. That's what people have come up with, yeah. But in this tragedy, what I can say, it's a psyop, it's a tragedy. But we got to experience the people's reaction, those people who were victims of the psyop in reality, and what their reaction was, you know. It was interesting, you know. I watched montages on top of montages of this of this reaction, you know. And I was like, yeah, wow, I was amazed, you know. I was amazed. I was amazed, especially by division. The division runs deep for various reasons, even outside of religion, even faith. You know, it's interesting to see that people are ready to ignore truth completely, and yet claim that they can be faithful. It's, it's like impossible, right? Why don't we end this discussion once and for all? Okay, let's sit down and discuss this. Okay, what is the truth? So these people keep claiming that Christ was black, right? And we know that Christ was a human being. He lived here on earth. He was not some invisible person or anything like that. He was a living person, a flesh. He ate, yeah. He did all of the things that people usually do as humans, right? So why don't we come to a climax and agree to the facts, right? If these people are challenging, then you have to have better answers. And these answers of about, I don't know, the indigenous people of there, this and that, people have counter arguments about that. Then you need to address it also, right? So this stalemate is by design. This stalemate is by design. right? It's obvious that the people in the scriptures are black, especially the Bible. They are black. But something happened, and that's what they want to keep everybody from. Okay, those people who are defending and those people who are against the ideology and are trying to actually say that, hey, this is the truth, man. So what do we choose, you know? Because the scriptures are also not some invisible force that we can't see. They are there in front of us, you know. And this video here, it was a proper psyop, you know, a proper psyop, you know. Niggas was on it, making videos and compilations and all of this, you know. It was basically a bonanza, you know. But again, it's not real, so yeah. It's narrative control. That's what it's about. It's narrative control. Okay, now they know because they released something and people reacted to it and they got the intel they wanted. Now they know what people to censor by just using that video. They can use voice recognition. You know, people are so dumb these days. They think censorship is like magic or something, you know. Again, consolidation of power, and these things will not stop, right? They create videos like this, and then fact checkers come in and dissect the whole thing, and everybody's left with their pants down, and they have to be deleted for, I don't know, misusing the platform, right? Whilst the video did spread on the platform, right? So some fact-checking channel out there, after I used the search engine, suggested that this video was first posted by this channel here. Well, it's not important. We don't fight by their terms either way. We're just here observing their moves, but we are not really bothered by these things. We already know. If you don't know, then sorry. And of course, Apollo does not stop. He can't stop. You know, he can't stop. He has to have the attention. Hey, hello, look at me. I'm Mr. Mystic's attention. Look at me. He'll do anything. If you don't get that joke, by the way, sorry. It's obvious. And now, of course, they're back at it, hijacking Easter, replacing it with bunnies, candy, and tulips. This is just the open manifestation of how far society has fallen spiritually. They have escaped true faith just to fall into the hands of sorcery. Because trust me, this is all sorcery. You know, eggs, rabbits, all sorcery. You just have to do a little bit digging about the symbols that they chose. Why did they choose a rabbit? And why did they choose an egg among many, many things that could possibly represent Easter? But they chose the least things that represent Easter. A bunny and an egg. Or a rabbit even. This is paganism in full swing. Yeah. And of course, they had to respond. It didn't take long. It didn't take long. Where is this money going? Trust me, it's going towards war. Not doing anything useful except war. Because now they have offensive and defensive AI capabilities. It's a war of programs out there. They want to have power over the grid. Just lock you out of your own system type of situation. Or just detonate all of your ammunition, all of those quote-unquote smart ammunitions. Don't get too tied into it. It's for useful. It's only useful until it's not. Then it becomes a weapon. It's guaranteed. We have seen it over and over. Yeah. And this situation is flaring up. It's flaring up slowly. It's a fire that never dies. It's interesting, isn't it? It's a fire that literally never dies. We have this. Just as the US says this, they say this. Well, I can tell you this. I saw this deity of yours over there, Kali, and she was dancing and her tongue was out and everything. So yeah, tragedy is coming your way. Tragedy is coming your way, major. They're being made available. They're telling you that this option is there. Take it. It's available. We made sure it is available. We put in the effort in research to make it available. This is freedom, so they say. Well, this being the highlight of the video, you can do your own work. Just go around looking at how people reacted to this. There was a lot of racism and denial involved, and it's because they think it's too big of a lie for the devil to tell, and I think that's a problem. But either way, hizi kwa dondoo tu. These were just highlights. Keeping the communication flowing. So yeah, Prince Easy signing out. Love you. Bye.